Hello everyone, welcome. It's Courtney with Minimally Enhanced, and today I am going to teach you how to contour for a full face. So today I'm going to be taking the detail, and it is great for an advanced contour because it just fits right in those areas that you really want to sculpt and define with your contour. When you're contouring a fuller face, we really want to play with angles and light. And so when you have a fuller face, we really want to be lengthening the face. So we're going to be drawing a lot more vertical line. We're going to be putting a little bit more of an angle, like a vertical angle rather than a horizontal line, which is actually going to shorten the face. So what I mean by that is I'm taking the detail brush, I've dipped into my contour, and I'm just starting at the back here by my ear, and you can really feel for your cheekbone. I'm going right on the top of that most prominent portion of my cheekbone, and I'm starting at the back, and then I'm just going to kind of bring that contour kind of straight down at a line towards my mouth. So rather than kind of coming up here, I'm kind of coming down here, and that's going to really elongate the face. You can kind of see already that's looking so sharp there. I just now have a super defined cheekbone, and you just want to be a little bit careful. You don't want to bring that contour inside your smile lines. So the lines here, we don't want that contour going past there, because that's just not natural. We just don't have that crease up in there. Another good marker is if you look at your pupil, you don't really want that contour kind of going past your pupil line. Those are just all kind of proportions and angles, so you can play around with your contour that way. When you have a fuller face, contour is really going to be your best friend, so don't be afraid of contour. Next, we're going to kind of define the cheekbone, and I'm making everything really dark and prominent so you can see it on the camera, and I will definitely blend out afterwards, so don't be scared. I'm just going to kind of come from my ear down along the back of my jawline, and then I'm going to come across my jaw here. Now you want to make sure that you kind of come almost up onto your jaw line, because we want to make this area in here look a little bit smaller. So I'm just bringing that contour down from my ear, and then I'm going to bring that contour just up along the top of my jawline, and you can kind of see how that's adding a little bit more sculpt in there. And then I'm just going to kind of blend that down under my chin. And same with under my chin, you can kind of see I have that natural shadow for my chin, and then I have some tissue here. So I'm just going to push what's left of my brush, and I'm just starting back from where that shadow is. So I don't need to add product where that shadow is, but I'm just going to kind of blend it back. So we don't want any harsh lines, especially along the jawline. We want that definition and that shadow to look really natural, kind of coming down the neck. And then here with my cheekbone, I'm just going to blend that up. We don't want to pull it down, again, because we're really trying to lift and define that. Get my hair in there, sorry guys. Really trying to define that cheekbone. So I hope that you can appreciate how kind of this area here, that especially on my chin, this area here that was kind of dropping a little bit is now kind of chiseled out on this side. And that is literally just the contour doing that. I've just kind of made that more of a shadow rather than the actual tissue. We're just bringing in a lot of definition, which is what we're going for with contour. Okay, and then I'm just going to show you that again on this side, just so you can see that again. So I'm just adding a little bit of that contour onto my brush, and then I'm starting back along my cheekbone here. You can kind of feel for the most prominent ridge on your cheekbone, and I'm just going to start kind of above my ear, and again I'm angling that down towards my mouth here. Just gonna really snatch out that cheekbone and give me a little bit more vertical appearance to that side of the face. And because these are creams, they blend out so nicely. So again, if you want to be careful that you're not getting too far into your smile lines, you can just kind of blend that back up. I just flipped the other side of my brush over. Sometimes I get a little bit overzealous with my contours, but the beauty of cream is that you can just blend that all up. Then I'm going to go straight down from the ear. We're keeping this line straight, and then kind of coming across my jawline, and I'm kind of coming up onto the edge of that jawbone just to kind of create a little bit of that shadow. And then we're going to blend that down the neck. So again, we don't want any harsh lines here. Okay, and then you can just take a minute and make sure they match. So if you used a little bit too much contour on one side, you can always add a little bit or blend a little bit out on the other side. So these contours are just going to look like a perfect shadow. They're not going to look orange, and they're not going to look muddy. They'll be matched just perfectly to your skin tone. Okay, next I'm going to do a little bit on my forehead. So when you have a fuller face, we want to imagine almost a little bit of a triangle on the top of our forehead. So we're basically going to be kind of coloring in this part of our forehead just to kind of bring the light back more towards our eyes. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So if I take a little bit of contour on my brush again here, and I'm just going to kind of blend that from my hairline forward. If you do it like this, it's going to just blend automatically for you. The brush is going to do all the work. And if you just imagine your invisible triangle here, we're just going to keep that contour just kind of to the outside. And that's really going to bring most of the light and definition to your eyes and the center of your face, which is what we really want to be highlighting. So I'm just blending that from my hairline up towards that triangle area, and I'm hoping that you can see how this is all really defined my center of my face rather than leaving so much of my forehead. There we go. Okay. Now a few extras we can do is just bring a little bit of that contour kind of below your lip just to give a little bit of definition to that bottom lip. And then we can go ahead and do a little bit of nose contour. So with nose contour, you kind of want to imagine like something that's very narrow in the middle of your nose. So you can either use the small end and just kind of pencil down one side of your nose. If you have a light hand, you can just kind of add a little bit of contour down that side of the nose and kind of blend that out. Some people like to blend that up into the eyebrow. Or if you have trouble or you don't have a steady hand on that side, you can take actually the square end just right on the edge of the flat end of the detail brush, and you can just take this straight down the side of your nose like so. You just really want to keep that line as straight as possible. And then if you have a little bit of your highlight, you can kind of brighten up the center of that nose again there too. And that is a quick little nose contour for you. I think that is it for this video. And if you got something out of this video, be sure to follow along. And if you're interested in getting your perfect colors for either a new foundation routine or a contour palette, please let me know. I would love to match you for that. And thanks for watching. Bye.